live in a presser, we are just learning that the woman's body just found in the Susquehanna River is in fact 16-year-old Phylicia.
Really going to be instrumental in giving us an opportunity to bring closure to the family. And just without it, it would have been an incredibly difficult case. But now, you know, it gives investigators a real opportunity.
Does this put us any closer to the potential suspects?
Again, we're at the very beginning of this phase of the investigation.
Can you talk to us a little bit about, obviously, Ms. Burns' body was found at least 35-40 miles from where she was last seen. Can you talk to us a little bit about what the investigations were at that time? That's a very far distance from where she was last seen.
Sure, but if you, and I know that all of you reported extensively about our efforts, we didn't limit the scope of our efforts to the borders of Baltimore City. Most of you covered our most recent efforts out in Patapsco State Park. We work through national networks to get attention across the entire country. I believe there was foreign language stations that picked up this story. And so we didn't limit our search to Baltimore. We didn't limit our search to the state of Maryland. We set out a nationwide net to try to find out what happened to Miss Barnes.
There's been a lot of access to that part of the river right there. I mean, I know there's the Rock Creek Scout Reservation that's around there. Are you looking at the areas around there as part of the investigation as to maybe piecing together?
We wouldn't exclude anything. We just, again,
we're going to dip right back in there. But to Jay Gassara's legal correspondent in session, we've been on the story since she went missing. Her mother and father advised us about their missing child. We didn't know about it. And we're upset no media outlets were covering the disappearance of Phylicia Barnes. Jean, this other body has got to be connected to the disappearance of Phylicia Barnes.
And that is what law enforcement had said earlier. We haven't heard it in the press conference tonight, but Nancy, you started covering this the day it happened. We covered it nightly. You focused on it in the Missing Persons series, Missing in America. Her parents were repeatedly on the show, and this is a moment that no one has waited for, but I guess at least they have closure.
Almost sounded like a pat on Nancy's back.
Bethany Marshall, Dr. Bethany, joining us out of L.A., psychoanalyst, author of Deal Breakers. I've heard that ever since I was a crime victim about closure. There is no closure, Dr. Bethany.
There's no closure because the one thing this family, these parents are charged with in life is to keep their daughter safe, raise her, protect her, see her through her wedding, her birthdays, her anniversaries. Every time there is a special occasion, they are going to think about her. When you grieve, you don't just give up the past. It's not just the intrusion of the crime, but you have to dismantle all of your hopes and dreams for the future with this one person, and that is going to re-traumatize them throughout their lives.
As a matter of fact, for 50 days we went live looking for missing people, and one of the reasons we chose to launch that show was because of this girl, Phylicia Barnes. That search comes to an end tonight.
It almost sounded as though Jean contradicted Nancy, because Nancy said she wasn't aware of Phylicia being missing, and then Jean says, Nancy, you've been carrying the show since the first day. It just kind of sounded like Jean patting Nancy on the back saying, good job. I'm glad they found Phylicia. I really am. At least now she's home with her parents. And the black male, somebody out there is missing a son, a brother, a nephew, a cousin, a father. Please, whoever is missing an adult male, please contact the police department. This may be your child.